This is Did You Do It? It's April 10th, 2020. As much as I'd like to talk to you about Cyclone Harold and compare it with the cloud top heights, I really need to talk a little bit more about my last video. In my last video, I had you over at the coloradostate.edu website, and I took you to the Himawari 8 satellite. I then set it on the natural color fire is how they've got it. Natural color fire. Okay. And I went to the archived imagery, opened it up, and went back to the April 6th. Now this is important. They only give you 5 days worth of data to go back to get. So you're running out of time to get this April 6th data. I know they show more, but they show a black screen for me whenever I go any farther back than 5 days. So I went to the 6th, and I set it up on, set the time for 40 past midnight UTC. Then I opened up the end date, and then I also chose 4/6, and I chose for the date, the time was 1:10 a.m. UTC, and that's the images you're looking at right now. Now, what's important is really to know what we're looking at, and they've got it natural color fire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back over to that PDF. Where's it at? All right, okay. I went to the Himawari 8 natural color fire, just like they've got it, and searched it out. And according to this, they actually call it something different. So I clicked on their PDF, and here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and read it straight from their page here. They also call it the Land Cloud Fire RGB. RGB important? Okay, whatever. Also called natural fire color, this RGB combines 3 channels useful for fire monitoring. The 6400ths channel provides sensitivity to smoke. The 8600ths channel provides sensitivity to vegetation health and burn scars. And the 3.7 channel is sensitive to the hot spots from active fires. With VIIRS, I'm sorry, I can't remember what that means right now. We have the advantage of that all of these channels are available at 375 meters of resolution, making it particularly useful for detecting small fires. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit, and it gives you a chart. Kind of tells you what the different band channels do or indicate. And impact on operations, it detects active fires to 375 meter resolution. 3.7 channel on VIIRS is the best channel for detecting small fires. Monitor vegetation. The 8600th channel has high sensitivity to vegetation health. Healthy vegetation will appear vivid green, while dried out grasses will appear more brown. I'm sorry, kids are back, and looks like there's going to be some interruptions. But I don't know where we're at. Burn scars will appear reddish brown in an active fire and dark brown in an old fire. Daytime smoke. The 6400ths channel provides sensitivity to smoke during the day, which will appear blue. Clouds inhibit fire, or fire detection. Fires are only visible in clear sky areas. Desert and warm backgrounds. Deserts and hot land surfaces may emit enough radiation at 3.7 that's on the 3.7 channel to appear red, similar to small or cool fires. VIIRS saturation and foldover. The 3.7 channel on VIIRS saturates at a relatively low temperature, 368 Kelvin. Very intense fires, 500 plus Kelvin, can cause foldover, which causes very low radiance to be reported. This causes some pixels in active fires to appear blue or cyan instead of red. Okay, and then you go down a little farther, kind of gives you a little imagery to go on. Shows you red, active fire, brown, burn scar, blue, and so on. Okay, I'm going to give you an example to look at over here. Go down a little bit farther, and it gives you your color guide. And the moon we're seeing in looks orange. So where are we at over here? So it's in between the 3.7 channel and the 0.8600 channel, somewhere in there. But anyway, you can look at that. And let's see where we're at up here. Now, as far as the color goes, let's see. The color of this, I'm going to stop it so we can see it. Okay, clearly the color is orange, orangish to me. So let's go see what they've got on the chart for orange. Well, see, okay, the most vivid orange looks like the actual flames itself, and the darker it gets is the burn scars. So to me, it almost looks like this color orange is the same as this color orange of the flames. So, sorry about that, another interruption. But anyway, the color orange that we saw here on the moon over at the Natural Fire Color channel on the Himawari was pretty similar to the flames. Got me to wondering, what is the temperature on the day side of the moon? So I looked at it, and it says it goes from minus 298 degrees Fahrenheit at night and 224 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Okay, great. So let's see what else I went to. Okay, now I needed to know how far the moon was actually, because we're looking at it from a satellite that's 22 some odd thousand miles away. So the Himawari 8 is 22,240 miles away from Earth, and the moon is an additional 221,772 miles from Earth. So if you combine the two together, about 244,000 miles from the satellite to the moon that we're looking at right there. Probably a little bit more, because it turns out that the moon entered its perigee on April 7th at 1810 UTC PM, and it was 356,908 kilometers from the Earth at that time, and that's where I got that number there. So let's see, where are we going to go back to now? Okay, it was at its perigee on April 7th. So let's see. Oops, sorry. Okay, now here we are on April 7th. I've got the latitude markers on there for a reason, because I want to show you that when it, go back to the beginning here. Okay, at 1:10 a.m. UTC, the moon made its cameo on the Himawari at about 68 degrees north latitude, just above the 70-degree latitude line. And then it made its, it exited the view over here on the right-hand side. Where's it at? Huh, there, okay. A little bit farther south. Looks like about, what, 7? What am I looking at? 7? No, I'm sorry. That was 20 degrees north latitude. Very sorry about that. Okay, there. We'll do that again. Okay, at about 22 degrees north latitude there on the 7th, date of its perigee, and about 19 or 18 degrees north latitude at 2:30 a.m. UTC. Okay, so let's go to the 8th. Stop it. And it entered our field of view at 2 a.m. UTC at about, I want to say about 16 degrees south latitude. And it exited our field of view here at, what's that, about 18 or 19 degrees south latitude. And there's something I wanted to zoom in on this particular image. It's, now clearly the imagery you're looking at is images, composite images that are derived from data accumulated from the satellite, and they turn it into a fancy cartoon for us to look at. but the data indicated to the imaging software to leave out a little tiny chunk of the moon there on the left-hand side of the moon. Now, I don't know why, but I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. I thought that was pretty cool. So there's the 8th. And here's the 9th again. And I don't really know if I had anything extra I wanted to talk about that. It just seems like awful low. But in order for it to do what we just saw it at the north on the 6th, and I had to zip down here for the 7th, and it went straight across. And then I zipped down here for the 8th, and then straight across. And then I zipped down here for the 9th, and it's kind of going straight across. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It's getting really noisy in the background, but here we are on the 9th, and it's bouncing across back and forth down here by the South Pole. Now, I looked again at the 10th, and I didn't see the moon on the Himawari side. So that's that. Now, I got you back on April 6th, and what I wanted to also let you know that although we have a natural colored fire now, this imagery will also show in other bands. Not everyone, but let me just kind of go down through and show you what it looks like in other bands. Like we'll check band number 1, the blue band at 4700s. See what we got here. It's gonna kind of suck because it always takes time to load. Okay, there it is. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'm gonna go ahead and hit. I'll rock it back and forth. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's the number 1 channel. Let's go to number 2. This is the 6400s, and it'll be red. Come on now. It's not too different from the blue, but there it goes. Let me see how many I can get in here for you. And that was 3. I didn't ever hit number 2. There's number 2. Okay. Let's see band number 4. Veggie. It'll show up in this one also because that's just a combination of bands 1, 2, and 3, I believe. It doesn't look too much different as far as color wise, but that's not what the instrument's actually reading. Okay, but I'm gonna take it down here like band 16 just to give you an idea, because it doesn't show up in every band. In some bands it shows up, I don't know, kind of goofy, we'll call it, like this. But it's reading what it's reading. The instrumentation is designed to pick up certain things, and that's the way it picks up this particular ongoing imagery there. Let's check out 14 just for an example. Okay, alright, let's see, come on now. Oh, load yourself up. Similar thing. But anyway, I felt that it was really important to go over this PDF here to show you basically what I was saying is the temperature, the colors. Almost like it's the same color as fire. So I'm going to leave that here. Let's just go see something here. Let's see what they say about the temperature of fire. What's the coolest temperature of fire? Temperature. Of fire. Oh, that's fucked. Oops. My God, my keyboard's screwed. Kids are banging on it all the time. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Temperature of fire. Come on. Running out of time. Alright, 600 to 800 degrees Celsius. Alright, well, I'm going to have to leave this here